2.3. How to use a found style. Since the start of 2024, MidJourney has had style referencing. What this means is that when we want to create any image, we can use another image as the reference point for that image. The best way to explain what I mean by this is to simply show you an example. Let's go to our Explore page and then to our likes, and here are our images we've saved. Let's drag this image into the Create bar and type in the bar werewolf. And because we're using this as a style reference, we need to click on the little paperclip icon which tells it to use this image as a style reference. If we go back to Create, we'll see it pulls the style from that image and makes our werewolf. Or what would happen if we wanted it to make a teacup and saucer? Well, let's click on Use, change the text to a teacup and saucer, and try that. Or use a romance couple in New York. Or use and a small English village in the countryside with rolling hills. Every time it's pulling in the styling from that original image we've found, and we get consistent aesthetic results without all the pain of having to learn some long, convoluted prompt. But what if we don't want to copy that style directly? Maybe it feels too much like copying someone else's homework. Maybe we want to remix it and change it up. Well, the fun thing with style referencing is that you can think of it as a recipe and add more ingredients to the mix. So let's click on Use, and it will hold our prompt in the Create bar. And then we can click back to Explore and Likes and drag a second image into the bar, always remembering to click on the little paperclip because we want to use this second image as a style reference. Then hit Enter and go back to our Create page. It's mixed these two styles together for a completely brand new style. Or let's use this one again, go back to our likes, add a few similar ones, and remove the other two. Go back to Create and see what this makes. Half the fun of using style referencing is spending time playing and remixing to get your perfect eye-catching style. Let's try another by clicking on Use Prompt again to hold that job in the Create bar, then going back to the Explore page, Likes, and add 3 more, deleting these last 2. All the time remembering to hit the little paperclip icon to make sure it's using the images as the style reference. And let's go back and do a final one with 2 completely different images by clicking on Use Prompt, going back to the Explore page, dragging them in, removing the first 2, and clicking on the paperclip icon on the 2 new images. So you can mix and match anything you find to make something that's completely your own. Think of yourself as a style chef making your own taste style meal. At this stage, my advice with MidJourney is that you can get lost playing around with generations and create hundreds of images. So there needs to be some way of remembering the good stuff so you don't have to search through everything again for what you like. So if you like something, my advice is to like it. You do this by right-clicking and clicking on like this. Confusingly, there are 2 different like systems on MidJourney. This doesn't add it to your Explore page likes, but to your Organize page likes. Let's go have a look at this now by clicking on Organize, click on Filters and click on Liked. And there we have the style we made that we liked. Another tip, whilst we're on the Organize page, maybe let's make a folder where we'll store all our style reference experiments that we liked. So click on Folders and create New Folder, type Fav Styles, and then we can simply drag that style we made in there. Now if we want to go back to that style, we have it saved for later. If we want to use that style, we just need to remember to go to Folders, Fav Styles, and we can click on that image and then click on Prompt in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, which will put that recipe into the Create bar. And we can change it for something like a Jack Russell Lost in the Woods. And if we go to Create, we'll see we get that consistent aesthetic style. So explore for images you like and then experiment with mixing your own recipes. And of course, I'm going to say it again, trust your eyes. But what happens if you can't find style ingredients you like inside of MidJourney? Don't worry, I have you covered. In the next section, we will find styles from outside of MidJourney.